everybody, and welcome to another Transformers third-party review, thanks to the team over at Robot Kingdom. In today's video, we're taking a look at the latest offering from X2Toys. This is their Giga Raiden and Dark Raiden, and I really don't know what to make of them. Initially, when I saw pictures of these, I thought, oh, a pretty decent looking Legends scale Optimus, but I was wrong. I would go as far as saying they're kind of aiming these at the Deluxe class, which is surprising. I was racking my brains, and do we actually have highly detailed Deluxe class Prime? And I don't think we do. It's not something I've ever thought about needing or wanting, but let's just take a closer look and see how good they really are. Primes comes with his iconic blaster. You can definitely tell that that's meant to be Prime's gun. We can open up the hand, the gun will then slide in and the hand will close off. It's not sealed in there, it's a little bit looser than what I would like, but it definitely looks nice on him. These have got a fair bit of heft to them as well. If you got a hold of the X2Toys Skycrusher, then you'll know what I mean. There's a really nice balance of both die-cast and plastic in these, and the overall result is a pretty decent looking Prime. Not a huge fan of the chrome on the back of those arms there, and the arms are somewhat hollow from the back there, and there's something just off about the head. It's just a little bit boxy for me. Maybe we've been spoiled with some of the recent offerings on the market. There's something just a little bit off. Is that just me being pedantic? Something these Primes do have going for them is the insane level of articulation, especially for a figure this size. The head can look up and down. We can go left and right, and we can tilt side to side. Shoulders can come up, go all the way around. We can rock them forward slightly and back all the way. Chest does get in the way of the forward motion. We get an upper bicep rotation. We get a really deep bend on that elbow. We get up and down motion on the wrist. We get a full rotation on there, and we get some left and right as well. The waist can come all the way around. We can crunch forwards that much, and we can crunch back that much. Not the most attractive of ab crunches, but you can make it work for you. The legs can come this far forwards, this far backwards. No movement on that rear hip skirt though, but I do like how the front hip skirts disappear into the leg. Outwards motion, we get upper thigh rotation, we get a bend on that knee, again just beyond the 90-degree mark. We do get some up and down motion on those toes, and we get a nice deep pivot out to the side. So between the die cast and the flexibility of the joints, we can pull off some pretty nice posing. The way they made the back of these legs with the wheels and the grille sections, that kind of reminds me of the Toy World take, albeit their wheels were up across the back side, but it's different. But it does tidy up and slim down those legs. He does look like he's got a very high waistband though, and each of their Primes comes sporting a matrix of leadership. Giga Raiden sporting the standard look, and Dark Raiden sporting the red dark matrix. Now each one of these weapons is meant to be spring loaded, so I've packed the missile in there, and if we just press the button, the more I mess around with these, the more I actually like them. They can pull off some very heroic poses. Here you can see them next to my son's Weird Wave. Yeah, we couldn't find Weird Wolf's head, so Soundwave donated his. So we have Weird Wave. Now he, of course, is a Titan's Return Deluxe, and these actually scale remarkably well with those. And of course, what review would be complete without a heroic landing pose? So genuinely, actually quite taken back by these two. It's nice when you go into a video not expecting anything really from the figures, and then the more and more you mess around with them. I've had these guys for a couple of days now, and to be honest with you, out of all of the figures I've got some amazing ones come through. These are the figures that I haven't been able to put down. Now before I transform Prime up into his vehicle mode. I would just like to show off another one of his features. You want to untab this back piece, bring these together and just bring this down. Prime's head can then flip backwards, and we can bring this back up, close that off, and does that look familiar? There we go. It's not the perfect fit, but at the same time, that's not going anywhere. That's a nice little funky feature that they didn't have to include, but they did, and I am grateful. Right, from this position, you want to come around to the back. This is going to come down, and that's going to rotate around like so. This piece here pushes and slides away. This will form the front of the truck. Rotate the wrist so that the fingers are facing inwards, and this is going to curve inwards, and the arm just slides down into position. The waist comes down. You want to rotate that upwards like so. The feet open upwards. This piece flips up. Slide this area up. As you bring it up, you want to rotate it around. Bring that down. The wheels then fill the void. The foot can come up, in, and that pushes all the way down and hides out of the way, and we can then bring this down. And now that you've rotated this around, you can now collapse that leg all the way up. And before we fully tab these sections in, just to give yourself enough room, you want to bring Prime's arms back and bring these pieces round to the front. Again on this side, bring that to the back, bring this piece to the front, collapse this piece together, bring the truck down. This is going to come in, fill the void and tab in to the back here. These will then come down, slide and tab in. This will come in, and this is going to slide and connect this part at the side. Again on this side, going to slide and connect in. Make sure everything's pushed in firmly, and then these will come down and down, and these are going to tab together at the front as well. He says, make sure everything is clicked in firmly. There we go. There we have Prime in a very, very solid vehicle mode. Genuinely very impressed with how solid that is. If we just bring this piece up and this piece up like so, we can plug the gun in on those parts of the legs and then push that back in, and that sits down like so, so we can have the gun on the back of the legs. And here they are, both all transformed up. They've really got that kind of Matchbox Hot Wheels vibe to them. They roll pretty nicely, no real clearance issues there. Slight color difference in this side panel piece here. I love the fact that it's not a faux grille, and the chest and the grille piece themselves are actually incorporated in both robot and vehicle mode. I think I've done everything correctly. You don't get instruction manuals, so it's kind of guesswork, but you know what, I don't mind that at all. I am pleasantly surprised. Still not 100% sure that the scale works in vehicle mode, but it's nice to have a deluxe size Optimus Prime, which is pretty darn good for most people's classics collection, and he does work in both vehicle and robot mode. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, Giga Raiden and Dark Raiden. You will note that my Dark Raiden has been misassembled. These are pre-production samples, so you can't always win. My shoulders sit slightly different positions. I'm not sure how I'm going to rectify that. I'll have to just take it apart and see what I can do. But yeah, unfortunately that means that the front doesn't quite sit as nicely as it should, and it tends to pop apart. But I had no such problems with Prime himself, and the overall effect is a very nice looking truck mode. Not perfect, it's a little bit longer than what I would have liked, and I am hoping that they give us a trailer, because you kind of need to have one with the Prime like this. But all in all, X2Toys have done a remarkable job, and I wasn't interested in this piece, but now I am. So there we go. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, share, and of course subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell to keep you up to date when I add new material to my channels. If you would like your say on the order of the videos, then why not take a look at my Patreon page, where all of my Patreons get to have their say on the up and coming reviews. And until next time, from myself and Giga Raiden and Dark Raiden, thanks for watching. Goodbye.